Good day, everyone. This is Grade A Tutor. I'm in the person of Ajimain Derek. Today, we are going to treat the Unit 2 of Operations Management. With this Unit 2, we are going to talk about the product and service design, whereby we are going to go about the concept of design, product design defined, service design defined, similarities and differences, and the stages and processes in product and service design. So what then is a design? A design is a concept or a proposal for an object, a process or a system. So the design is a problem solving process that involves creating, refining products refining products, services, experiences and systems to meet the needs and and the wants of users and stakeholders. So when you talk of design, it is when you are trying to solve a particular problem of a customer, trying to solve a particular problem, and also at the same time, to as you want to solve that problem, you are coming out with something new in order to meet the problem, or in order to solve what the problem of what the customer, and in order to meet their needs. Hope you're getting the point. So design is not just designing something to be beautiful, but design comes when there is a concept of proposal for an object, and then when it comes in mind, you generate that object in order to solve problem and meet the needs of what customers. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So then we move on to design. Design is the conceptualization and creation of new things. Hope you are getting the point. So design comes when there's a concept. When getting the concept of something, it becomes an idea. So the idea of an object, ideas, services, systems, and etc. Hope you're getting the point. Great. So it is a realization of a concept or idea into being. So design is not just for the conceptualization of an idea, but making sure that that idea comes into being in order to meet the needs and what wants of what customers. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So design links creativity and innovation and also shapes into practical proposition for users. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So with this, you can easily note that design lacks creativity. When you are being creative, it's not just that you are being creative, but it helps you to innovate, to bring out what has been creative in that your mind. Please, I hope you are good. Great. So majority of companies, that's 70%, seeing design as a fundamental, have developed new products, services, and redesigns in the last 3 years. Hope you are getting the point. Great. Because design has become one of the most strategic things you can ever use to meet the needs of customers. Companies, 70% of them has been using it in order to win the heart of what? The customers. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So product and service design has strategic implication for the growth of success, the growth and success of what? An organization. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So here we are still under design. Strategic product and service design is vital for organization growth and success. So meaning that for an organization to grow, for an organization to succeed, they have to make sure that they comes out with a strategic product and a strategic service design. If I get to the point, no matter how good a product is, it is not well designed. The design, as I said, is not all about making it nice, but making sure that the concept, the conceptualization of that idea comes into reality. Making sure that that reality thing meets the needs and wants of what? Customers. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So here we can know that what is product and service design. We know that product design refers to the process of creating and developing a new product, including its form, function, and aesthetics. Hope you are getting the point. So product design comes by the form of creating something new, a product, where it comes with its form. But with service design involves the creation and improvement of a service to meet a customer needs and expectation. So a service is more of like you are providing a service. You see, a service is not more of like a product. A product can be tangible. So we are going to discuss the similarities and differences of it. A product design and a service design. So the service design comes when there is a creation and improvement of a service to meet customer needs and what and expectation. So whereby maybe there's a service, a customer service in an organization. You see that you come out with something new or you improve how you service your customers and that what organization. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So both understanding both product design and service design is customer oriented, meaning that it focuses on customer needs, creating solutions, testing and refining the final offering. Hope you are getting the point. So whether product design or service design, we are focusing on customers, how customers are going to enjoy, how customers are going to be satisfied, how it's going to meet the needs and wants of what the customers. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So here you can see that the evolution of TV, it started from 1928, whereby we're having forms of design, the octagon, the bird, the Vision, or the Corsair, or the Marconi, the RCA, Motorola, Raytheon, Sharp, Philico, Medinisha, Philico Ford, Sony, Samsung, and here we are having nice televisions around. Okay, so it started from somewhere. So design is not just creating something and remaining there. It's either you improve or it's either you create something. So if you look at this, they started creating at what 1928. It started improving. It started improving. They started bringing out something new. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So with this, that's the evolution of TV. That's the early mechanical era. That's the first mechanical TV developed. We move on to the definition of product and service design. So the definition of product and service design, it involves idea generation, concept development, testing, and manufacturing or implementing of a physical object or service in order to meet the standard specification and customer requirement. That is the meaning of product and service design. So product and service design comes to idea generation. You generate the idea, and as the idea is being generated, there's a way you have to develop that concept of idea. So after developing it, that means you have brought that idea into reality. You start testing it. And when you start testing, you manufacture and then you implement. So it can be a physical object that you are implementing or that idea generation is going to come, or it can be a service. So if you're getting the point, great. So all these are meant together to meet standard specification. That means customers have standard specification. Customers have what they need. They have the standards in order to meet what they need. Hope you're getting the point. Great. So here, the essence of product and service design, the importance why there should be a product and service design is because it has become the increasing important in today's fast-paced world, globally competitive market. We are in a competitive market whereby if you don't actually always produce or service something, you're always at a loss. Hope you're getting the point. So these product and service design, they play a key role in an organization. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So as I said, the important is a major factor in customer satisfaction. Yes, if you want to satisfy customer, you have to make sure that there is a product and there's a service design meant in order to help them to be satisfied. Hope you're getting the point. Great. So here, design also affect costs such as cost of materials specified by design, process and labor and equipment cost. How you generate that product or service. You get it? It become costly depending on you wanting to meet the customer requirement. You see, there are some customers, how they would want their product to be demands that the product and service design become a cost or it become costly. Hope you're getting the point. So how a product or service design should be affect cost. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So here you can see an example of product or service design. Nice examples here, nice examples here, nice examples here, nice examples here. So here, the crux of product or service design, meaning that the reason why it is very important or the actual measure of what the product and service design is what we are going to talk about. So the difference, to differentiate a product or service from competitors to increase brand recognition. I hope you get to the point. So in order to increase your brand recognition, the cost of product and service design become very important, because as there is a product and service design, it differentiates you from your competitors. So it increases your brand recognition, whereby customers can easily recognize your brand. Hope you're getting the point. And then with product and service design, it improves user experience, making products and services more attractive and user friendly. You get it? The way you design a service or a product helps your product to be improved, or user it improves the user experience, whereby the customer being the user of the or being the user of the product or service enjoys or know how to go about it. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So here it enhances functionality, reliability, and safety of product. You get it? How reliable your product will become, how functional your product will perform, depends on how you design your product and service. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So all these is very important when there is the essence of product and service what? Design. Hope you're getting the point. Great. So then the next part, the discussion as proposed by the marketing department, it shows a sophisticated swing with multiple features, perhaps highlighting an over-ambitious vision that may be impractical. So, as proposed by the marketing department with product or service design, it becomes very sophisticated. That means it becomes very a way that there will become some kind of multiple features that has to be included in. So with a highlighting and an ambitious vision that may be impractical. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So with marketing, or as proposed by the marketing, all that they are trying to let us understand that this product and service design comes with multiple features. Hope you're getting the point. Whereby we have to make sure that the customer is well by served, and then it increases its design and product, its service and products rather. Please hope you're getting the point. Yes. So, and the discussion continues as specified in the product request. Depict a complex multi-seat swing seat with a ladder and slide, indicating a very detailed, potentially over specified product and request. Hope you are getting the point. Great. So with the as specified in the product request, you see the document from the project management might be too detailed for them to fulfill it. So here's the case that they are more interested in their request rather than you have to process that request and then making sure that you meet customer needs and what wants. Because if you're getting the point, great. But as designed by the fashion or the senior designer, this person always thinks of the design, how good looks it will get, without considering the importance of it satisfying its customers. So you can create out a chair and whereby the chair is very, very nice and beautiful, but he just emphasized on the looks rather than fulfilling the needs of customers. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So, as produced by the manufacturing, when it comes to service and the design, with this manufacturing people, they only have to cut costs and then they will produce. So, the originality of that product and the service design that you have planned for them will never come true because of them cutting costs. And then, as you cut costs, they are only interested in production. So, whatever they are going to do to cut the cost is what they are interested in. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So as used by the customer, I will also explain as used by the customer is like when they are producing a product, they don't have the customer in mind. They don't have the customer in mind. They will just want to just produce and everything. They will service the customer itself, and then after that, what next? For example, maybe you don't know whether the customer wants this to be hung on a tree. You just do it for them. So they don't have the customer in mind. That is as used by what? The customer. But for the customer, what the customer wanted is when, although you create a service and product for the customer for some time, but it gets to a stage whereby things become overcomplicated, and then the needs of the customer comes out of everything, and then you become, or you are doing things on your own without putting the customer in mind. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So here we move on to trends in product and service design. This is now increased consideration to the importance of customer satisfaction. That is why it's very important that every product or service that you are offering, it should satisfy the customer. Hope you're getting the point. Reducing time to produce a product is a second one thing. Because where the world that we have gotten to, everything needs to be fast paced. So if it takes time for a product to be developed, then I guess your lead time and other things should be worked out. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. The organization capabilities to produce or deliver the item and environmental concerns. So one thing that has to be considered is the organization capable in order to produce that product or service? And what are the environmental concerns? Is it going to affect the environment? Is it going to create a social impact on the environment or not? Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So as I said, designing product and services that are user friendly. It should be user friendly. What you are producing, what you are servicing should be something that the customers is actually friendly with it. The customer is actually into it. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So designing product that use less materials. Yes, that's one thing that we have considered most importantly. You have to design a product, but there should be less use of materials to design that product. In as much that you want to meet quality and also meet the specified standards of customers. Have I got to the point? And the reducing time to produce new product or service, the time to market, time that your product or service gets to the market has to be considered. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. Then we discuss some fuel products and services in Ghana. So you can type on the links here to find out, copy one of the top fuel products in Ghana. Yes, you can find the link and then you find out with it. So with the reasons for products or service, why is it important for us to produce? Why is it important for us to service our design? One, to be competitive. This world that we are into the world of competition. So if you don't produce or if you don't come with something new, something extraordinary, you will never be running into the system of getting an income or revenue. So the reason that you should be product or service design or whatever thing that you are doing is you are in the competitive world whereby nothing waits for you. Hope you are getting the point. Great. Secondly, to increase business growth and profit. So if you want to, one way to increase your business growth and its profit is to make sure that you come out with product and service design. And as we said, is the idea generation, concept development, testing and manufacturing of a product or what a service to meet the standard of what customers. Please hope you're getting the point. So if you are meeting the standards of customers and customers buy into what you are introducing it to them, it increases your business, it growth and profit. Hope you're getting the point. Great. So the reason one of the reasons also is responding to technological changes. We are in the technology world whereby things are fast changing depending on technology. So whatever thing that you are doing, if it is not technologically based, or if you don't advance yourself, you are going to find yourself wanting. Because if you're getting the point, great. And one of the ways that you can also produce quality, produce product quality is when you are productively and servicely designing what you are actually into. Because it's not all about the idea generation. It can be also regeneration, making sure that what you already have is also improving. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So and secondly is to achieve cost reduction in labor or materials. Great. So then we move on to the design process. The process that if you want to design something, it passes through. Hope you're getting the point. First is the idea generation. This idea generation is concerned with the concept only, meaning that it is concerned with the idea coming in mind. So in case you have an idea to produce Sobolu, the idea that has come into your mind is what we call the idea generation, the concept. So here we are interested in the concept only. So we're getting the point. Yes. So the concept only can come or can be from the organization or outside the organization. Maybe you find yourself in an organization, you can get a new concept in that organization. That's when the idea generation comes. Or maybe outside the organization, you find out something new that generated an idea to come. Hope you're getting the point. Great. But with the screening, which is the second aspect, the screening and the feasibility involves evaluation feasibility based on organizational mission, marketing, operational, functional, and technical consideration. So here we are interested in finding out if what we are having in mind aligns with the company's or with the organization mission. Does it also align with our resources? Can our resources produce it? Do we have the financial resource? Do we have the capabilities to produce what we're having in mind? So the screening and the feasibility aspect talks of the idea that has been generated. Does it link to the organization mission and objectives? Does the organization have the financial capabilities and the strength to fulfill that service or idea generation? So that is when we talk about the screening and the feasibility. Although the idea has been generated, but you have to screen yourself to find out if the organization is capable. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. And then development and testing. So if the organization is capable, then it has to develop it. So after developing it, it tests it. So whereby when you talk of prototypes, the prototypes is the things that you are going to have before the original one is being designed. So you design something like a prototype, something that looks like it. You develop it, you test it to see whether it can move on. So if it passes through the process of developing and testing, that is when the final design comes in. The final design talks of the final production comes in order to produce. Please hope you're getting the point. Great. So here we are done with what the design work process, which takes up what the idea generation, screening and feasibility, development and testing, and what the final what design. Hope you are getting the point. Great. Then we move on to the sources of ideas of product and services. It can come from internal sources or external sources. Hope you are getting the point. So one of the internal sources can be from the employees, from the marketing department inside the organization, or from the research and development department, or the management itself. So how to get ideas can first come from the internal aspect or the external aspect. And we have looked at the internal aspect, which are the employees, the management, the marketing department, or the research development department in that what organization. So then we look at the external forces. So the external forces can be from the customers. The customer can propose something to you. It generates the idea. It passes through screening. It passes through testing, and the final design comes. Hope you are getting the point. Great. We have the competitors. At times, you can also develop idea from your competitors. You can see what your competitors are doing. You develop ideas from them. Please hope you are getting the point. And we have the suppliers, the government, and the internet. Hope you are good to go. Great. So here we move on to product design consideration and issues. So what you have when you are designing a product, what you should be considered, what you have to consider, the issues that you have to consider in order for you to design that product. We have the design for operations, quality functioning, the deployment, risk versus engineering, legal, ethical, and environmental issues, product life cycles, robust design, concurrent engineering, computer aided design, modular design, manufacturability. That is what you are taught. You are going to discuss each of them here one after the other. So when you talk of design for operations, when you want to create a product, you have to take into account the capabilities of the organization in designing those goods and services. That's the design for the operations. So if you want the design for the operation talks of, is the organization capable of producing the good and service that has been of which its idea has been generated? Is it capable? Hope you are getting the point. So is if this one tries to let us understand that if the organization capable in producing the goods and services, are they capable? That is what we are trying to look after. We hope you are getting the point. Great. Then we move on to quality function deployment. That's the QFD. So the quality function deployment means that it is an approach that integrates the voice of the customer. into the product and service design development process. So, in as much that you are designing your product and service, you must integrate. To integrate means you must consider the voice of the customer, what they have to say about it. Hope you are getting the point. If you actually want customer to accept into whatever you are doing, involve them. If you don't involve them for them to let you know what their mind about it, they will never accept the product. So even the acceptance of a product counts even if the voice of the customer has to be integrated in the development process. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So it was first introduced in Japan early 1970s, but became very popular in the 1980s. You have to take into point. So with this, you have to move to the next thing. That is the quality function deployment. That's why you have to integrate the voice of the customer in the process. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. We move on to reverse engineering. So when you talk of reverse engineering is the dismantling and inspecting of a competitor's product to discover product improvement. That's reverse engineering. So reverse engineering, so let's say you get in contact with your competitor product. What you have to do is to find out, inspect that product, find out the improvement that you can capture from that competitor's product into your own, so that your own will stand a chance when it comes out. Hope you're getting the point. So when the reverse engineering talks of getting access to your customer's product, making sure that you inspect if there is any improvement that you have seen that has not been captured, you include them in your what design process, so that when your product comes out, it stands a chance in a competitive market. I hope you are getting that point. Great. 4. The legal and the ethical and the environmental issues. When you are producing a product, you have to consider them. You have to consider the legal aspect. That is, your product has to be accepted by what? The Food and Drugs authorities, or by recognized what? Legal requirement. And it's ethical. Ethical means releasing the product with defects. That is, your product has to make sure that your product has no defect, whereby after releasing the product, people will be having issues with this. Oh, your product that released, it doesn't go aspect to this aspect. No, you have to consider that one too as well. The environmental aspect as well, environmental protection agencies, EPA, whereby your product that you are releasing or you are going to design, does it have a way of affecting the environment positively or negatively? That one has to be considered. We move on to the life cycles of products or services. So when you design a product, life cycle it passes through in the introduction stage. So as it is being introduced, it grows, it mature, and then decline. Hope you are getting the point. So we are going to discuss it here. So the development aspect, whereby the product is not yet in the market, but we are trying to develop it. So the introduction is the product is being introduced into the market. So as the product is being introduced into the market, when it starts growing, it means that the customer has bought into the idea of that product. So it will get to a time that the maturity sets in, customers will be coming for it, and then all of a sudden declining comes, whereby your product has been counted by a competitor. So it is losing its market share if you don't redesign it. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So you have to take note of this table. Well, the development product is not yet on the market. Introduction product is being introduced in the market. Growth, increasing product acceptance is growing. Maturity, product has achieved its highest sales. Decline, decreasing product is losing its market share. So we are getting the point. Great. So here we move on to modular design. Modular design. So when you talk of modular design, is the form of standardization which component parts are subdivided into modules that are easily replaced or interchanged. It allows for easier diagnosis and remedy for failures. So your product, when you talk of modular design talks of a form of standardization whereby if a part of your product is having an issues with it, we can easily replace it rather than creating the whole product itself again. That's the modular design. Hope you're getting the point. So the modular design talks of whereby your product has been produced. For example, a car. If something is wrong with the gate or with the gates of the car, or sorry, with the door of the car, if something is wrong with it, we don't automatically have to produce the car again. All that we have to do is replace the door and make sure that it comes to its original state again. That talks of the modular design. You have to design your product and service in a state that whereby if there is something that has to develop on it, you don't have to design or really have to design your product again, but rather it can be easily replaced to come to its original what form. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So here we move on to the robust design. So the robust design is the design that results in product or services that can function over a broad range of conditions. Broad range of conditions. Whereby when you're talking about robot design, you must design your product in a way that it can stand all conditions. For example, for like a car, when you're designing a car, you have to think of that the car can get into a mud. So you have to create something that if the car even gets into a mud, it can drive off. Hope you're getting the point. So the creation of your product, when you talk of the robot design, it means it should stand every condition. Hope you're getting the point. It should stand every condition. We don't only use umbrella to stop rain from beating us. We can also use umbrella to stand for what? Sunshine. When the sun is scorching, you can use umbrella to stand it. Hope you're getting the point. So you are designing a product that can stand in multiple what consideration or in multiple aspects or in multiple conditions. So for example, as I said, as designing a car, the absorber in a car, it is meant to absorb what? Potholes. It is meant to absorb speed ramps and everything so that it can stand all conditions. So while they designed the car, they made the car a robot design whereby it can stand so many conditions. Hope you're getting. So when you are designing a product, you have to design your product in a way that it can stand multiple conditions. Hope you're good. Great. And then here we move on to computer aid design. The computer aid design, it is a product design using computer graphics, meaning that you are designing your product basically on the computing aspect. There are some things that has to be automated. Hope you're getting the point. Yes, so there are parts of your product and service that has to be automated. Please, I hope the understanding is clear. Great. So here we move on to the concurrent engineering. So the concurrent engineering is the bringing together of engineering design and manufacturing personnel early in design phase. So with the concurrent engineering is as you are designing your product, we must get it right when we start it first. So as you are designing it, you are bringing out special engineers or special people that can easily help your product at its first generation to become at its what? Perfect stage. Hope you're getting the point. So the concurrent design is bringing together people at every stage in the product process to make sure that your product comes out or it stands out as its first generation. So some people will say when you're producing something at first, you shouldn't always get it right. You can get it right when you start getting it, when you start getting people from other aspects or specialists or engineers from other aspects to come and help produce the product so that at its first generation, you get it right. If you're getting the point, great. So here with the manufacturability talks of the ease of fabrication or assembly, which is important for cost, productivity, and what quality. So if you want to come out with your product or service, is it manufacturable? Can it cut costs? Can it be able to produce? Can we get it productivity? Can we get it quality? Please hope you're getting the point. Oh, great. So this is what you have to take note about it. So then we have discussed all this. So the 5 principles of service design. The principles of service design. First, user-centered. User-centered. Service should be experienced through the customer's eye. Meaning that the service that you are providing, it should be you, the person providing the service, and the person enjoying the service. That is the customer. So it should be through the customer's eye. The customer has to feel it. The customer has to feel the service, see it. So we're getting that point. Great. Second is co-creative. All stakeholders should be included in the service design process. That is the co-creative aspect. When you talk of all stakeholders, meaning that internal and external sources, they should be included. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So with the sequencing, the service should be visualized as a sequence of interrelated actions, meaning that the service that you are providing, it should come out of interrelated action. This action comes, this action comes, this action comes, and then the service is being provided. That is the sequencing. So first the user centered, the co-creative, and the sequencing. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. We move on to the evidencing. The intangible service should be visualized in terms of physical artifacts. So although the service that you are providing is intangible, but it should be visualized. Hope you get in a form of what? A service artifact, something that you can create for the person to remember. Hope you are good. Holistic. So the holistic aspect calls the entire environment of a service should be considered. So when you are producing a service, you should consider the environment of which the service is being what? Produced. Please hope you are getting the point. Great. So I hope you've gotten the understanding of product and service design with the help of this. So here brings us to the end of this lecture for product and service design. I am in the person of Ajimai Derek, and I am today to be your facilitator for the product and service design. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Share this video to your friend as well to get a better understanding of this course. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. See you in the next lecture.